that was involved.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter.
Good morning in Audubon. Good morning, Argosville, home of the Eagles. Thank you for making KFGO number one in the morning, number one all day long. The KFGO Morning Crew, Doug Leier and Amistadi, getting your Monday set for you.
And we'd like to spend Monday mornings in Medina with KFGO Farm and Ranch Director Sarah Heinrich talking consumer issues. Good morning to you this morning, Sarah.
Good morning, crew. Yeah, it's a special day today as our Luke is turning 4.
What? You have a birthday today in your house again?
Yes, we have another birthday, and so Luke is officially 4, and so it's exciting times. I think he's pretty excited. He went to bed. It was hard to get him to sleep last night. Let's put it that way. He went to bed pretty excited.
Well, he shares a birthday with Doug's daughter, Katie.
Yep, and I knew that. I knew that we shared a birthday on that. So, yeah, so happy birthday to Luke and Katie.
Yeah, well, we'll just swing on by and pick up your leftover cake, and that'll save me a little hassle.
That's fine. Luke's specialty is making cakes, so he would be more than happy to bake you a birthday cake. He loves baking cakes. Cracking the eggs is his favorite.
Okay, lemon cake with lemon frosting, please.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I wouldn't complain with that.
What kind of cake did he ask for? Like a donut cake or an ice cream cake? I mean, when you're 4, you've got it set out what you want, don't you?
Funfetti, the sprinkle cake.
Yeah, Funfetti's
He wants
cool.
a sprinkle cake. Yeah,
Ooh, sounds
the more
good.
sprinkles, the better.
There you go. Well, what would go good with that is a glass of milk, Sarah.
Absolutely. And I love having this conversation about, cow's milk versus some of the plant-based alternatives that we're seeing. And NDSU Extension published just some great information, kind of comparing the two and not saying necessarily that there isn't a place in the grocery store for plant-based milk. There certainly is. And I think that a lot of people maybe were turning to that with the pandemic going on just because there is that longer shelf life opportunity. But in saying that, Julie Garden-Robinson put out a great article in regards to some of the things that cow's milk can offer you benefit-wise, vitamin-wise, nutrition-wise. So it's full of vitamin A. It's full of protein. One of the things that I wasn't aware of, because there's a lot of different plant-based alternatives on the shelves when we talk about, almond and rice and soy and cashew and whatnot. Soy actually is closest to cow's milk when it comes to protein content. And so that was something that I found interesting. But when we talk about some of the nutritional benefits of cow's milk, it's really, really tough to beat.
Well, that's why I took it up with the FDA, and they still haven't acted on it yet, that I wanted to rebrand all of that as soup or juice because milk comes from a living creature, like a mammal.
Yes, and there's been a lot of debate over that. And so now we're referring to them more so as plant-based alternatives. But obviously, it's just like how we say a tissue is a Kleenex. And so it has become branded as soy milk or cashew milk or whatnot. But the proper way to be talking about it is really a plant-based alternative, because that's what it is. Because you're absolutely right. Milk comes from a mammal, and the vitamins and the nutrition that's available in the cow's milk compared to what's available in some of these plant-based beverages, it probably isn't. It's comparable, but it seems like the cow's milk is certainly winning out when it comes to the nutritional benefits of things. Another thing that you have to watch for in the plant-based products is sweeteners that are added. That's not saying that there isn't a place for them on the shelf, because there certainly is. They have a longer shelf life, and some people have lactose intolerance. Some people are follow a vegan diet. Some people have allergies, and so there certainly needs to be these alternatives in the case too as well, because some people just can't tolerate cow's milk. I know Bonnie's a big fan of the plant-based alternatives.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that, Sarah. There's a lot of people. I'm not lactose intolerant, but a lot of people are, and they can't drink regular cow's milk, whereas some of these plant-based alternatives come into play. I started doing almond milk many years ago, probably, close to 10 years, whenever it first came out. And for me, it was a calorie thing. Like if I can get the low-calorie, unsweetened vanilla for 30 calories versus 90 to 120, depending on what kind of milk you're drinking, that's why I started drinking it. And I don't really drink that much. Sometimes I'll put it in coffee, occasional bowl of cereal. But we still buy milk in my house. The boys drink milk, but I just personally don't.
Sure. And so I think that it's all bases a lot on personal preference as far as what you're looking for. Like you said, you were searching for something on the nutritional label when it came to a lower calorie content. Some other people might be searching out for a vegan issue, or for a lactose issue, or for allergies and whatnot. And so I think that there's definitely a place for these in the market, and it certainly adds only value added to a lot of our commodities as well. One thing I feel like you have to be a little bit careful for is, taste. You have to expect that this isn't going to taste like cow's milk, right? It's going to have a little bit of a different, nuttier, sometimes it's a little bit of a richer flavor, I guess maybe you could say. And so not all of them are the same. I know that you said you switched to almond milk. Have you tried any of the other ones, Bon?
Yeah, I tried the cashew, and I thought the cashew tasted like a whole milk. It was really thick and creamy.
Yep.
I didn't prefer the cashew, but other people do.
Yep, and I would agree with you on that because I've tried both as well. I've tried almond, soy, and cashew, and I would say that cashew was by far the thickest, I guess you could say. We're huge milk drinkers in our house. I mean, I have little kids, and so we go through a lot of milk on a daily basis. That is just a staple in our house that we always have. My mom grew up on a dairy farm, and so it's one of those things that's always in our refrigerator. But I have tried some of the alternatives as well, and I think that, consumers need to be reminded that it's probably not going to have exactly the same texture and taste as what a gallon of milk is going to have, but it still can obviously provide some of the nutritional benefits and give you that experience if you aren't able to drink some of these dairy products on the shelves.
What is it in terms of price comparison?
And that's an interesting one as well. And so I know that the plant-based alternatives are quite a bit more. And so typically, those usually come in half gallons, I want to say, is usually about as big as what I've seen them come in. And I don't know, what are you paying, Bonnie? Are you paying like $3 to $4 for a half gallon?
Yeah, I suppose it depends if you're getting to get at the grocery store or a big box store, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, probably $3 to $4 for a half gallon, where you're probably paying $3 to $4 for a gallon of milk. And so maybe not quite twice as much, but it is going to run you a little bit more money.
That's why we love to spend Monday mornings in Medina. KFGO Farm and Ranch Director Sarah Heinrich will catch up with you at 7:25.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next hour.
Sounds